Hi everyone. Alright, I'm back in my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. This is the 8.5 by 11. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melanie and I am working on the budget side of my family for this year. I did start budgeting, I would say a couple years ago, but I've been kind of hit and miss with it. But I really want to start off 2020 strong, so I'm doing some really detailed goal setting, debt tracking, all that kind of stuff so that I can start off on the right foot and really get going. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to go ahead and lay out our family's financial goals for 2020. So if you watched one of my last videos, I set up our debt tracker for 2020. So I basically laid out our debts. At the end of the year, I will list how much we paid and what the balance is. Hopefully a lot of these will be zeros, but you never know. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to turn the page, and I have gone ahead and made some special stickers. So I made these thick washi strips. I used some glossy paper to make it sparkle a little bit. This is some rose gold sparkle on the background. And I made these strips also on glossy paper. These are the strips I'll be using in the next few videos. So I'm going to go ahead and use the financial goals for today. So I'm going to use one of these strips with this header, and we're going to go ahead and list our financial goals for 2020. So give me 1 second, I will zoom you in, and then we will get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll take one of these washi strips and just lay it down along the line. Try to keep it as straight as possible. There we go. That looks cute. And then we'll put our header, 2020 financial goals. And we'll put that right on top of the glitter. There we go. So we have our header. Now, I'm going to go ahead and list off our financial goals for 2020. So, goal number 1, and I do have, I think, 9 goals, so I'm gonna write them pretty big. So goal number 1 will be pay off all personal loans. So paying off all personal loans. If you remember from my other video, these were the personal loans here. So I want to make sure that I pay these ones off in 2020. At least, minimum. Minimum, I want to pay these off. Alright, goal number 2 will be to save at least $4,000 for a second car for my husband. He needs a car. Getting to and from work is near impossible given how far his work can be sometimes, so he needs a car. So we need to work on that. And our goal number 3 will be to save our $1,000 emergency fund, which we used to have, I would say probably about a year ago. I had fully funded it and I was super excited, but then an emergency came up, we had to use it, and we just haven't, I want to say we haven't been able to refund it, but I also know that we haven't been actively trying to refund it. So now we will actively try to do so that we have that money there, if not more. This is the minimum I want to save, but if we can save more than that, then that would be awesome. That way it helps if there are any emergencies, we have the money there. We don't have to pull from our monthly budget, which is already very tight. So we'll see what we can do with that. Goal number 4. So I'm just looking at my list on the side here. I want to sell stuff on Kijiji and or Facebook. I have a lot of stuff. I have some new things that my kids have never used, that I've never used. We have some, beautiful dresses that my daughters wore once or twice that are just sitting there. They've outgrown them. So I want to start selling some of that stuff and getting a little bit of income in. And that brings me to my next point. Will be goal number 5. Will be to start saving for a family trip. Now, this is not just a regular trip, although my family and I, we don't travel too much. I would like to travel more, but we're so busy all the time. But I want to plan a big trip. I'm thinking something like Disney. I'm not sure, but we want to start saving for a big family trip. So this selling stuff on Kijiji and Facebook will hopefully help go towards all of this, saving for the car emergency fund and saving for the family trip. Next, I want to, so goal number 6, consistently use sinking funds. I have never used sinking funds before, at least not in the same sense that they're supposed to be used. I did set some up for December, kind of loosely. I will have to go back and review it and set up some more concrete sinking funds for 2020. I will also make some cash envelopes to go with the sinking funds, and I'll do that in another video, but I'll show you the sinking funds I set up. But I do want to consistently use them. I want to make sure I'm putting money away in them for things like haircuts, car maintenance, all the usual things that always come up but you never think about and you never put it in your monthly budget. I want to make sure that I am thinking about it and I am putting money aside regularly so that when those things do come up, I have the money and I don't have to pull it out of my monthly budget as a miscellaneous expense or an unbudgeted or anything like that. So I want to make sure I do that. Then goal number 7, I want to continue and find new side hustles. I do have one side hustle right now, but the side hustle I'm doing is basically just setting up some sketches on the computer. So nothing, I'm not a graphic designer, but it's just some very basic things. But I'm not being paid really for it. I'm more being paid in kind, I guess. It's for a scrapbooking club that I go to. Basically, she'll give me some free scrapbooking time or some, free scrapbooking paper, some kits or whatever, in exchange for the work that I'm doing. So it is a side hustle, and I am keeping track of a dollar amount, and I will be listing that as side income, but I won't be seeing actual dollars coming in for that. Although I will be benefiting from it, since the money I would have spent on scrapbooking, I won't have to do that. But yeah, so that's why I want to find new side hustles as well, so that I can bring in more actual cash into the account to put into these sinking funds. Next is number 8. So goal number 8, I want to cut back. Hopefully you can still see that. Cut back on restaurants. I want to really, I'm going to put a star just because it means that much to me. I really want to focus on this. We have such an insane schedule with my kids' activities. My husband and my husband and I, we have a part-time job as well on one evening a week. Our schedules are so insane that we are always eating out at the restaurant. Now, I do need to work on my pre-planning so that we can pre-plan some meals that we can bring with us. But also a lot of the times we're in locations that we can't reheat food, so it can't be food that has to be reheated. It has to be things like sandwiches or salads, and you can only eat so much of those. So we have to figure out a plan for this, but we do need to cut back on restaurants. We realistically will not cut it out of our budget. I mean, it is nice to have a treat once in a while, but we do need to cut back on it. So that will be one of the goals. And our last goal, for our financial goals anyway, so our last financial goal for 2020 will be to stay on top of car maintenance. Now, that may not seem like a financial goal to many people, but to us it really is. We've been pretty good with oil changes and stuff, but I know we need new brakes. We just got new tires, which we still have to pay back. So we need to stay on top of car maintenance. It is right now our only vehicle, so we need to make sure we are taking care of it so that it lasts as long as possible. We still owe just under $18,000 on it. We can't afford to have it break down, so this has to be a priority. We really have to keep on top of the maintenance. Otherwise, our car will die, and then we'll have to go into more debt, and I can't do that right now. So, anyways, those are our 2020 financial goals. Hopefully that gives everyone an idea of what some of your financial goals could look like for the year. These are things that we can look back on at the end of 2020 and maybe even throughout the year. If I've, pay off all my personal loans, I can come back and check it off. If I've saved the $4,000, I can come back and check it off. I can come back and visit this anytime, and I will keep you updated on the progress as well. So thank you everyone for coming to watch this video. I hope this helps you. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and click the notification bell down below if you want to be notified when I post new videos. And if you're interested in any stickers, these aren't posted in my shop. But I can post them if you're interested. Just leave a comment down below and I will post them. I will sell them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks everyone. Bye.